How to experience more magic in life by changing the words that you use. Alex asked me to explain the word mudita, which I used to reply to a post on Facebook. I've been fascinated by learning new words since a very young age. Some of the words that I've loved using and discovering over the years include shibumi, chaotic, polyamory. And the reason I'm fascinated by new words is because words are portal to the soul. Words are portal to the deeper experience of life that we have. When we learn a new word, we open a new door of possibilities, because now we can experience something and know that we're experiencing it. And the moment we know we're experiencing it, we can observe it more clearly. The more we can observe it, the more the experience becomes real, and the more we can play with it. The word mudita is a word that I've been searching for a long time, and it's eventually by putting a post on Facebook that I discovered the word that I was looking for. I was looking for a word to describe how you feel, well, the happiness that you feel for someone else when you have no sort of logical reasons to be happy. So, for example, a friend of mine is getting a promotion and I feel happy for him. I don't feel happy for him. But that was always the best way I could describe it, because when you say I feel happy for you, people say thank you. There's no thank you, because that's not what I'm trying to say. So the word mudita is about the fact that I have pleasure and happiness from the fact that you have pleasure and happiness from your success, from X, Y, Z. So it's more of a sharing of the other person's happiness and feeling it as your own. Now for me this is very different, because now when I feel that emotion, instead of stumbling upon, I feel this thing for you, now I can say I feel mudita. And most people look at me and they say, what the fuck are you talking about? And I explain the concept and they're like, yes, I know exactly what you mean. I know that sensation. I know that feeling. And now they have the words to express it. And so the beauty of words, that with one word you can express a very complex experience of life. In the same way, the word chaotic. The word chaotic is chaos and order. So it is the perfect mix, is the point at which chaos and order meet with each other. And so the human body is an experience of a chaotic system, in which if you zoom in at the small level, there's billions of electrons just spinning all over the place like crazy in complete chaos. But if you zoom out, the body is pretty stable and you don't see bits of electrons jumping off my face, and I look very ordered. So the human body is both ordered at one level and complete chaos at the other, and it's in that spot that's in between the two. And so now that I have a word to describe that, I can talk to people about the kind of organizations I want to create. I can talk to people about the kind of life I want to have. Because before that, all I could do was describe this really strange thing that was undescribable. The same way with the word shibumi. The word shibumi is of the family of the words like enlightenment and nirvana and all that, but it is different. It is different in that the idea of shibumi is that it's not something you attain or achieve. It's not like enlightenment or nirvana that you get there. and then that's it, you got it. Shibumi is the idea of finding the perfect equilibrium in the world. And that by definition, the perfect equilibrium, even if it could be found at a moment in time, could never be the same thing and stay constant, because something else outside would change. So as something on the outside changes, the balance changes, and therefore the shibumi changes, and you have to adapt. So it's not like it's a place of enlightenment that you can find and that's it. Now you got the badge, you got the degree, you're good, you're an enlightened person, you're Buddha, you're sorted. No, with shibumi, it's something that you continuously work with, because it changes all the time. And so I love that concept, because now I can talk about my ideal and what I want to do and experience as a person without compromise. Without having to say, well, yeah, I do want a kind of enlightenment, but I'm not sure. That's not exactly it. No, this is it, shibumi. That's the word. The words that you use shape the world that you live in. The words that you use are a reflection of how your mind works. The words that you use create experiences in other people in a way that you control, in a way that you have a choice over. The exercise I invite you to do is to notice the words that you use a lot in your day-to-day life. And what do they say about the world that you live in? What do these words, what are your 10 most common words? If you have a website, if you have a company, go back to that website and look back at those words. What is it that you're saying, and what do these words really mean? One of the exercises that's very interesting to do around that is to go back to the origins of the words that you use. So these words that you use, where do they come from? What do they really mean originally? And then I invite you to go on the internet and look for new words. There are many beautiful words from other languages or your own language that you don't know of. And if you find some beautiful words, something that expands your world, that you see and you're like, whoa, now I can express this feeling. I know that one that I've got many friends who are now talking about is wanderlust. They're like, wow, I've got this wanderlust, which is this desire to travel the world, this craving. And it's a beautiful experience. Now, instead of saying, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do with my life, and I really don't want to be here, and I feel like a bum who needs to travel, now they can tell me, I feel wanderlust. And that is beautiful, because now I know this experience, I know this feeling that they have. The same way as when they tell me, I met someone and I'm in love with them. And they don't need to tell me, hey, I met someone and I really want to kiss them all the time and hug them, and I want to spend a lot of time with them and being with them in bed and possibly live the rest of my life with them. So much more beautifully summarized with, I love them. What words have you learned today, and what are you going to teach me? Please share some of the words you found as a comment to this video. Lots of love.